Hi guys, I am running a couple of errands and I figured I would do another vlog because there is some drama going on over on TikTok and I just want to kind of gauge you guys. I want to get your opinions. I might know how some of you will feel about this, but I think it'll be an interesting one-off kind of subject. You guys know that I use TikTok to scroll and I don't upload anything over there. I know I have some follow requests. I just leave them because I don't upload anything on TikTok, so there's really nothing to see. If at one point in time I start uploading over there, of course I will go through and approve all of the follow requests that I have, but there's just a lot right now and I'm not giving you guys access to anything because I don't upload over there. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it works out for everybody. But either way, if you guys want to follow me somewhere, go follow my Instagram because that's where I'm active. I upload to my stories pretty much actually every day. It's been a while since I've not uploaded on my stories. So you can see Axel. I share funny dog videos and cute stuff. So follow me on Instagram if you want to follow me on social media. But they're calling it CakeGate. And I don't really know if it needs an official title or not, but it is kind of crazy. So let me give you guys the rundown. Essentially, and if you're wondering where we're going right now, we're headed to Target. I also need to put the back seat cover in my car because Axel's going to the doctor to get his allergy shot. So the back seat needs to be covered, and I don't like doing it at home because he can see me through the windows and he gets super excited thinking he's going for a car ride. So I like to do it when I'm outside of the house, so I'll do that before or after I go into Target. Either way, now that that's out of the way. So what's going on with this cake drama is that there is a small business owner. Her name is Kylie, and she makes cakes. So she was a home baker who was lucky enough to get a business loan and open a brick and mortar store. So she has a storefront, she bakes cakes, cool. She ended up baking this rainbow cake for a customer and it was a shit show. So first of all, I want to talk about the cost of her cakes. First of all, her cost for her cakes and the product that you're receiving is out of control. She wanted to charge this customer that we're going to talk about today $80 for this cake. If I'm paying $80 for a cake, it better be one of a kind, special materials, special technique, something out of the ordinary to justify the cost of an $80 cake. And I've spent money on expensive cakes before. I have, there was one year, this was probably 4 years ago, where it was my boyfriend's birthday, and he had always talked about this local bakery that made this amazing strawberry cake, and his dad used to get it for him when he was younger for, birthdays, and he also had it for his high school graduation. I would always hear about this cake, so I ended up going and buying the cake, and it was absolutely amazing. It was worth every penny. And even then, I think I did a 8-inch cake and it was around $50, but this cake was amazing. It was so good. I would spend it again in a heartbeat. But either way, she wanted to charge this woman $80 for this cake, and the customer was not happy with the end result. Now, I'm not a baker, so take all of these opinions from the seat of just an internet idiot. I don't know. But the first thing that I noticed is she dumps all of these sprinkles on this cake with no gloves. So she dumps the sprinkles on the cake, no gloves. She kind of swipes them off. Then she puts more icing in the middle and pipes letters that you can barely read on top of this white icing. The whole cake was a mess. And what's going to happen when a customer is upset? They're going to come to social media, because that's just the day and age that we're living in.
Today I had one of the worst client experiences I've ever had since opening the storefront. This customer reached out to us via our Facebook page and wanted to order one of our 6-layer signature rainbow cakes. I started doing these even as a home baker, so I've been making them for a really long time. And we have a signature style to them. They always come with the 6 rainbow layers and then the vanilla buttercream and then covered with rainbow sprinkles. She went with the 8-inch cake that serves 18 guests, and that is $75.99. The one in the video is actually a 6-inch, and they are $65.99. Upon arrival, she seemed to be really surprised that the cake was covered in sprinkles. We explained to her that all of our signature rainbow cakes are decorated this way and covered in sprinkles. And if you want a saying, we just add it to the top of the cake with a layer of vanilla buttercream and black buttercream for writing. She then got super defensive and very rude about the price of the cake, although this is exactly how we decorate all of our rainbow cakes. She even bashed us and put us on her Facebook page. Also a reminder that we don't individually place each sprinkle onto the cake, so they may look slightly different in pictures.
Now, I'm no marketing or brand guru, but if a customer is unhappy with a product, the worst thing that you can do is try to clap back on social media. It's going to do nothing but make you look like you can't take criticism when you're running a small business. Like, the girl is either 24 or 26, so she doesn't have that much experience, which is fine. That part, like, nobody is complaining about, oh, well, you don't have experience, so whatever. It's the fact that you charged a woman $80 for a cake that looked like, a second grader could have done a better job. Instead of taking the constructive criticism and learning from it and issuing an apology and a refund, which is what should have happened, she's whining about it on social media. And there was another video where she left a comment saying that people that were talking about this were obsessed with her. How I feel about the word obsessed. Stop saying people are obsessed with you when they're giving criticism.
You made an awful product, sold it, came on the app with an attitude trying to drag the customer, and the customer came with receipts. That's not obsessed. You are getting dragged for fucking up. People are telling you to take accountability, and you're trying to treat us like we're trolls. Literally, just apologize and refund the lady. That's literally it, and you choose to act like this. You've had thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people tell you you were wrong. I think you might be wrong.
And the girl is calling this the worst customer experience that she's ever had. Why? Because the customer was vocal? I mean, I guess no business owner is going to like when a customer is vocal on social media and the public takes their side. But you're also the one that gave her a cake that looked like it had been through the damn dishwasher cycle, and you wanted to charge her $80 and then you refused to give her a refund. So the customer had every right to be upset. And there are actual bakers chiming in on this, people who, have run bakeries and are in the pastry business.
Buttercream for writing. She then got super defensive and very rude about the price of the cake.
All right. I don't know how I don't know how I missed this little particular controversy. You can go and search for this story, Kylie Ray Bakery. She made a cake for a customer, the rainbow cake, and she wanted writing on it. And she squashed some buttercream and wrote happy birthday something. I couldn't even read it in black buttercream. Because first of all, you don't pipe out letters in buttercream. This woman started off as a home baker, and it shows. She's obviously never been to school. She doesn't know the basics of understanding cakes and pastries. She doesn't know how to build a cake, obviously. You do not put rainbow sprinkles on a cake like that. You don't pour a bucket on top of a cake and then wipe it off like you're cleaning off a table with your hand. This person has a brick and mortar bakery. She's 26 years old. She started as a home baker. I have 30 years of fucking experience at baking a pastry. See these fucking chef coats? these chef coats from like real restaurants, all this shit, I had to earn that fucking coat. I had to earn it. And now anybody can like slap a chef coat on and say, hey, I'm a pastry chef. No, you didn't get a chef coat until you fucking were promoted to pastry chef and you earned the title. 30 years of experience baking pastry. I can't get a fucking loan to open my own place. Someone like that, making shit cakes like that, please go visit her page and please go find her SpongeBob cake. It's amazing. I can't get a fucking loan to open my own shop. I'm a goddamn good pastry chef. I'm a really good pastry chef. That is a home baker who thinks she's a pastry chef. That's someone who's watched too much fucking Food Network and all those fucking cake decorating, contests and thinks, oh, that'll be fun. I want to do that. And then they do. And then they get money to open up their own fucking bakery. Whereas someone like me with fucking 30 years of experience is always denied. Denied. I'm so angry. I see this happen all the time. I don't understand it. I don't.
And they're all on the customer's side. So if everybody is agreeing on this issue, then maybe it's time for you to take a minute to reflect and realize that you delivered a bad product. And the best way to manage this, instead of asking other people on Facebook to give you good reviews to outweigh the bad, just issue a refund and an apology and use it as a learning opportunity. The fact that she's refusing to acknowledge the problem is why people are continuing to talk about it. If she would have just apologized, nobody would have had anything to continue to talk about, because she would have handled it and it would have been done. I hope that makes sense. And I was curious and I wanted to look on her TikTok to see what other products she had put together, because I thought, well, maybe it's just she was having a bad day. It was a rush. We all have bad days. But most of the products that I saw were not worth the price that she's charging. If I had received that cake, I would have been upset too. But it's just crazy to me because, we're in this climate of people scaling back on non-essential purchases. And if you think of non-essential purchases, one of the things that comes to my mind is going all out for parties and celebrations. So instead of spending $80 on a cake, a lot of people will opt to go to the grocery store and get a cake that's $15 or $20. And I'll be honest, grocery store birthday cake, as long as it's made with buttercream icing and not whip, is damn good cake. There is nothing wrong with a good grocery store birthday cake or graduation cake or whatever it is that you're celebrating. There is nothing wrong with a grocery store cake. In stores like Wegmans, you can go to Wegmans and get a super fancy cake if you do still want to spend more money on it. And their cakes are fancier and, a level up or whatever. But bakers are not going to be getting the business that they would otherwise. And I just feel like small business owners need to keep that in mind, because if people are scaling back on non-essential purchases, is your business offering something that would be considered non-essential to somebody who is budgeting and or living paycheck to paycheck or doing a little bit of both? Because if you're living paycheck to paycheck, there is nothing wrong with that. That is okay. It's nothing to be ashamed of. There are a lot of people in this country who live paycheck to paycheck, and they have to budget, down to every penny, and that is okay, because that's just the world that some of us are living in. I've been there myself. I've shared with you guys, very early on in my relationship, we were in a very, very tough financial situation, very tough. I always say we weren't even living paycheck to paycheck. We were living like get paid on a Friday and money is out by Sunday, because you pay a few bills and you buy some groceries, and that's basically all of the money that you had, and that is okay. But I understand that it's not super easy, and some of these non-essential purchases are the first to go. So this girl is just, no wonder everybody is talking about it. She won't even issue a damn refund or take any accountability to try to make the situation better. And the people that are talking about it are called obsessed. So to me, that comes off when somebody automatically wants to say, you're obsessed with me, stop being obsessed with me, whatever. That to me is just somebody who has a very, very immature mind. And maybe that's the case with her. Maybe, she just hasn't matured enough, but I don't think that you have to be super mature to know that if you give a bad item to a customer, that a refund will probably help make the situation better. Apology, refund. I don't think you have to be someone who's in business for 30 years to know that apology and refund usually helps to make the situation better. But I'm going to include some other clips just for context, because I'm sure there's a couple parts of this that I'm just not thinking about right now, but I did want to bring it to you guys so that we can talk about it. Would you ever pay $80 for a cake? Like, what's your cap? Does it depend on the size? Does it depend on the materials? Like, I understand that there are cakes with like gold leaf and things that increase the cost. I get that. But I am interested to hear from you guys. Hi guys, I'm all done. I did the seat cover, so that is done. I used to just leave the seat cover on the seat all the time, but it's better to take it on and off, because then I can wash it and vacuum it off or hit it with the lint roller. It's just a lot easier to not be lazy about it. And plus it starts to smell, especially in the summer. Even if you have the cleanest dog in the universe, the seat cover is still gonna smell. It's like basking in the sun. I felt so awful. There was one time where I forgot to put the seat cover on, and we were going somewhere. I mean, it must have been a vet appointment because we had a deadline, and I was like, okay, whatever, we don't have time to put the seat cover on. Like, it was in my old car, and I felt so bad because of the leather. Axel was just like sliding all around. He was out of his element. He didn't know what to do. No traction. So there's another TikToker who's being widely discussed right now because there was an older video, and I say older, it was in 2021, so it wasn't that old, and she was a grown adult when she did this. Her name is Brittany Lockridge, and she has a big following on TikTok. But essentially this video that's floating around and being talked about, I don't understand how people do this and still have a platform.
Y'all don't want to know my take on the Dave Chappelle shit. I'm be honest with you, because some people ain't gonna fucking like it. But since you ask, might as well go on ahead and say it. Motherfuckers want to laugh at white people with they fucked up potato salad and unseasoned ass chicken. And laugh at Asian people with they he no here, he move way. And black people stay roasting each other. Motherfucking fried chicken and watermelon. Mexicans swinging from tree to get lemons. Skinny people can hula hoop through a fucking Cheerio. Fat people's belt size is the equator, and so on and so forth. And I pray to God that something would have happened to her. I pray to God that he can bring me a magic carpet and Aladdin can come swoop me the fuck up and fly me the fuck up out of here. I thought of so many different ways I couldn't wait for. I was looking at places like the Underground Railroad for somebody to just give me free. I'm ready to get the fuck up out this house because this bitch done lost her damn mind.
She's been caught several times being problematic, but she's so widely accepted and people just kiss her ass. And I don't understand how you can be literally racist and have a platform to stand on. How does that work? Like, social media is the most wild thing ever. Like, obviously, I'm a creator on this platform, on YouTube, not on TikTok. I feel like I'm afraid to make the smallest mistakes because I would be dragged for the next 2 years, especially by the few people who hate me and just nothing I do is right, everything is wrong, everything is my fault, everything is blame Brit. But I feel like I would be dragged for 2 years if I even made the smallest, most innocent mistake. And then you have people like her who are literally racist, and you have people apologizing for her and saying that it's okay and ignoring it and turning a cheek to it. It's just like, again, giving the wrong people a platform is huge. Giving somebody a platform when they have shown you that they're either racist, transphobic, phobic, ableist, they're just being all over toxic and not changing their behavior, and some of them wearing it proudly. These people have a platform to stand on. What the hell is wrong with people? And this is why I constantly say, like, if you're somebody who is going to accept racism or transphobia or homophobia or any of the bad things, like, those are people that I would not want near me in my real life. I absolutely would not want to support them online. But I don't understand, like, online, it's just a different world. These things are widely accepted. They are excused. They are, okay. They are just fine. Ignore it and keep it moving. Obviously, I will play a couple of the videos for you guys so you have full context, but this girl, Brittany, has, like I said, she has a really big platform, and she's a lot. Like, her personality by itself is just a lot for me. She's one of those people who, you know how I always say, like, when I come on my channel, this is who I am. This is how I talk to people in my real life. I'm not putting on a personality. I'm not putting on a show. If you think I'm boring, that's you, but I'm not going to sit here and do cartwheels and talk in a high-pitched voice and be loud and annoying just to get your attention, because that's not how I talk to people in my real life. And for her, her personality is just way too much for me. But once I saw some of the problematic things that were uncovered and talked about when it comes to her, that's where I started to feel really confused. Like, why? Like, how does she still have a platform to stand on? She just announced that she's doing some kind of project with Netflix. Netflix is working with somebody like this. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't. But either way, I wanted to share my opinion on those couple things. So I'm going to get along with my day, and more content will be coming as always. So for now, if you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.